Good morning. My name is Mighty Stream, and today is August the 24th. I'm going to do your spiritual principle day in a meditation with you. I greet you this morning. I hope you're doing well. I'm brought to you by Hope Through Navigation, and this is our Hood Recovery Services. You can reach me at recoveryofhope21@gmail.com. I'm excited about this meditation. Or was it the other meditation? I'm excited to do any meditation with anybody today. But I really am excited. Yeah, this isn't the one I thought it was, but I do remember seeing this title yesterday, getting it ready for today. Finding Healing in Humor. Okay, August 24th. Are you guys ready? I hope you're smiling behind the scenes. Today is going to be a beautiful day. Yeah, today is going to be, just think about that. Today is going to be the best August 24th of this year that I have ever had. And watch how that goes. Tell yourself that throughout the day. Okay, let's look at finding healing in humor. So a spiritual principle of healing that comes through humor. Let's see where they take this. The way we share, finding humor in some of the darkest, most frightening things that have happened to us is not always available outside the rooms. Living Clean, Chapter 2, Connection to the World Around Us. Oh, that's powerful. In NA, we often get to know each other from the inside out. I knew the biggest hopes and fears of some of the members of my home group before I knew their last names or what kind of jobs they have, one member shared. We may never know the inner life of non-addicts the way we know each other in NA. And it's a big part of why we are able to laugh with and poke fun at our fellow NA members. Humor often comes in the form of a surprising or unexpected gap between expectation and reality. In society, there are lots of expectations about how people ought to act around one another. Expectations that we addicts disregard completely. The non-addicts in our lives often do not see what's so funny. Sometimes that's the joke. Normal people act one way. We addicts act very differently. When we hear members share their bizarre ideals and actions, we relate and we are relieved that we're not alone. Many of us find a deep well of humor in the way denial framed our experience. Sometimes that's the joke. I thought my life was like something out of a big shot gangster film, money and drugs and lots of drama. In reality, it was more like a depressing ad for keeping your kids off drugs. The stark contrast between reality and the imagined movie version of our stories might seem pathetic or deranged to outsiders, but we lived to tell, and we can knowingly laugh at ourselves today, right? That's a beautiful statement. Humor helps us heal as we come to terms with the reality of our lives. We see the outrageous gap between our behaviors and what polite society expects. Of course, there are gaps. We're square pegs in round holes. Or we notice the laughable distance between our lives and our fantasies. We share our inner self in a way we can't anywhere else, often giving our fellow members a good chuckle. We stop taking ourselves so seriously. Let our flaws show and start to grow. It can be very funny, but it's no joke. By sharing my insights with other addicts, I can learn to laugh at the insanity of addiction and let go of it little by little. What a beautiful meditation. And true, right? Because we come into a program that is anonymous, very few of us even know one another's last name. On Facebook, you might get a concept of where a person lives and stuff if you befriend people in fellowship. On social media, they might know something about you, but for the most part, when we come into this anonymous meeting, we don't know the people there. We see their faces, we hear them say what their names are, their first names, but we don't really know much beyond that, beyond what they choose to share. And the beautiful part about the fellowship is that we only have so much time to be together, to share our experience, strength, and hope. And in that short period of time that we come together, we try to give as many people an opportunity to share their experience, strength, and hope, and then to feel encouraged by the other shares of other people. Not cross-sharing, not sniper shares, not that, but just it's on topic if it's topic, but to be able to pull and glean from the experience of other people is very hopeful. And sometimes they'll say things or talk about stories, and before you know it, you're giggling with a room full of people you don't even know. You know more about them than you would non-addicts in the same atmosphere, because they wouldn't dare tell you their intricate details. They wouldn't tell you those funny stories that used to cause them shame to even think about. They wouldn't tell you that. They wouldn't be able to give you that because they don't know you. And in some kind of way, Narcotics Anonymous, or this anonymous fellowship that we're in, it kind of breaks that code of conduct in a sense of non-disclosure, especially the people you don't know. And all of a sudden, our life is better. It's like, man, I'm not alone. That's crazy. I had the same, almost the same exact experience. Wow. And here I thought I was the star of the show. So it takes away the weight of being alone. Because when we're listening to the experience of others and how funny it sounds, or how funny we make our story sound sometimes, we find out that there really was nothing funny about it. It quite honestly had the potential to kill us because we were so full of self-loathing and hatred. But for some reason now, as we begin to clean our minds, clean our spirits, our energy, and come into this atmosphere, we're able to chuckle and not take ourselves quite so seriously. There are a lot of things that happened in active addiction that were very, very serious. But today we can change the way we look at things, how we relate those things, and see how comical it was, like how caught up in self-will we actually were. And when all of that landed us in a fellowship of Narcotics Anonymous, for which I'm very grateful. I want you to start looking at being able to heal in human. I want you to start being able to think about how to frame your experience, strength, and hope in a way that's lighter, that's not so angry all the time when you share. I remember a newcomer said, I can't go to that home group. It's like militia sharing. Like everything is so intense and so much anger behind every person's share. It's just really taxing. It's triggering. How can you change how you share so that it becomes an attraction to other people? Not that they feel like they have to, because jails, institutions, and death are the end of active addiction, right? They probably know that. So how can you start reframing how you share your experience in a way that it doesn't have to be a comedian or comical, or right, but in a way that's lighter, more palatable, where people can actually like kind of like, man, that I like that. I like the way that you took that and you put it in a way that it doesn't seem so serious all the time. If that's not your personality, don't worry, it probably will become your personality. But if it's not your general personality to chuckle a little bit and you're very stoic, then maybe ask your higher power to help you to become a happier individual with a more joyful and humorous type presence that allows other people to see the lighter side of who you are and to enjoy being in your presence when you're sharing in the meetings. I have enjoyed talking to you today. My stories are always sincere. They're sincere, but I understand that what I can share with you guys, I probably can share with other people, but I'm a little bit more careful. I'm a little bit more politically correct depending on who I'm around, right? And it's just such a pleasure to be in this fellowship and to be authentically myself. I was talking to a lady that I have so much respect for her, and I was telling her, we have some strong spiritual similarities. And it's so nice to be able to have a conversation with someone that understands what you're saying. And I don't have to explain the nuances of everything that I say. It's really nice to have a commonality with someone. And that's what we have in our fellowship, right? In Narcotics Anonymous, that's what we have. So let's enjoy it. I hope that you will have a beautiful day. I've enjoyed talking to you, and I'm going to be talking to you tomorrow.